Did you fuck with my DNA? He's having chess with himself. It was Duke Inferno talking in the trailer. Even Fantelia didn't body me in that.
Hey, since I keep this channel ad-free, please consider subscribing to my other channel that I'll be moving to in the future. You can also donate to me on Ko-Fi or watch me live on Twitch and check out my live channel. So come follow and subscribe to me there. Links are down in the description. Thank you. Enjoy the video.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another Honkai Star reaction video. This one being the 1.6 Trailblazer continuance, which happens on the Herta space station. I want to see what it's about. Maybe it's setting something up for Penacony, because that's literally next patch. We're at 33 pity. No guarantee. But the thing is, I also want Black Swan when she releases on Penacony's debut. Oh, God, I don't want to spend too much. I just want one copy. One. Alright, first temple. Nothing. I also want Shuyi. You can't have everything. Now we're at 43 pity. Degree. Nothing. No, not the gambling addict either. 63. Come on. Nothing. Come on. What the fuck? She doesn't even look quantum. Like I said before, you can never guess the elements of these characters anymore. Okay, anyways, this should bring us to 73. Another Shuyi, let's go. This is the one. There it is. Please, please, please. Yes! Oh! There it is, the main mission. Crown of the Mundane and Divine. The mundanity and the genius, humanity and divinity, stands during a golden epoch. The struggles across life's years are nothing more than absurd instants. Here's some good news. Ruan May's at the space station. Can I meet her? I called her and Screwllum here to talk about some important matters. Come back when you're free and introduce yourself to her. That way she knows who's the person that's been testing the simulated universe. Remember to show Ruan May some respect. You don't usually get many chances to meet her.
Ruan May. A name that's both new and familiar.
The lady that's been giving us all the blessings.
I thought Member 4, Pokakakamon, had gotten rid of most of the society members. I didn't have a lot of hope for this. Oh, look who's here.
You're back!
There's quite a crowd here today.
Of course! This is a summit between three geniuses.
It's a special time. All departments are preparing to welcome distinguished guests from the Genius Society.
Screwllum.
Madame Ruan May doesn't like fanfare and probably wouldn't appreciate a crowd to welcome her, so I asked the researchers to keep things simple.
I took her to see the portraits of the society members a few days ago. I wanted to have the researchers make one for her as well, but she declined the offer. I don't get it. Whatever, as long as she's happy.
I heard Miss Ruan May likes snacks and pastries, so I asked the researchers to prepare some traditional desserts from the blue. All of them seemed to tickle her fancy.
Is Ruan May a great person?
That's like asking, is Herta a great person? The answer is
Of
obvious.
course.
Miss Ruan May is the very image of a scholar. I heard she once took a little vacation on a desert planet. By the time she left, she'd miraculously created a boom in the local ecology.
She just wanted somewhere uninhabited to experiment with her life spiral system. Ruan May is certainly very talented, but she hardly interacts with anyone. She lives like a hermit.
Oh, so like introvert.
Just like me, for real.
You already know me, invited take ultimate to the face. Seclusion. Ruan May's coming to the space station. She's already here. I heard she's a loner even among geniuses. Yeah, they just told me. So all of our work has for nothing. Apparently Miss Ruan May's personality isn't all that great. Is there ever a genius who's normal? Screwllum seems pretty chill. Okay, fine, I'll give you that. I guess if she's great or not, that's for me to decide, right? There she is.
There's someone next to the railway platform.
There she is.
Could she be...
She is.
I had a feeling we're on the right track.
I'll check the data when I get back.
Oh, she's eating. Ma'am? Ma'am?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Hello. I hope I didn't startle you.
What the fuck? What? It should have been me! Not her! What a greeting, Ranmei. Hello to you too.
This is a work habit of mine. Using touch to open my senses and letting the details of your biological existence flood into my brain helps me understand your construction as a living organism.
I mean, it looked cool, but I didn't give you consent to do that.
You are very healthy. In fact, impeccably so. A perfect experimental specimen.
Am
I
I?
like perfect experimental specimens.
Am I healthy though? My brain's healthy because I like to scourge around trash cans. There's a bit of cake on the corner of your mouth.
Oh, really?
Well, it's not there anymore.
I expect the views here had me lost in thought. I don't usually go in and out of the space station, and only discovered today that it was blessed with such calm, open views.
I like the VA though.
It is a wonderful fit for the sweet fragrance of lotus leaves, plum blossoms, sticky rice, and frosting sugar.
It is giving me somewhat Lisa vibes. Lisa, but without the cutie part.
The blue planet is directly below us. It is so full of life. This dessert is very delicious. Here, take half.
Oh, but thanks.
Delicious desserts remind people of how flowers look when they bloom. Ingest this dessert one bite at a time,
That's nice.
and the sweetness will linger in your mouth. I hope you like it too.
You ate Ranmei's snack.
Hey, yo!
An outstanding dessert. 10 grams of cubed sugar, 1 dried and
Chat.
salt-preserved plum blossom.
Calm down. Calm down.
Baking and cooking are the same as nurturing a universe. The heat must be controlled, planning must be meticulous, and one must not panic. No matter what happens.
Yeah.
Do you remember what my research is about?
Biology.
No. My research area is short stories about toilets.
Huh? Hey, stop, what the fuck? That's not what I picked.
What's going on? What am I talking about?
Wait, so that's not what you wanted to say either.
I see. What a cute hobby.
Is that the thing she did? Did you fuck with my DNA? Don't do that. I'm already getting a manipulative aura from her.
You'll be full of weaknesses that others can see through.
Okay, yeah, she's kinda sus. What do you mean? What did you do to me?
The dessert was tasty. I would like more.
Stop. Control your senses.
Why can't I say what I want to say?
You have quite the appetite. All right. I'll give you the recipe. Come and have a walk with me. A stroll is the most appropriate post-dessert activity. As the masses depart,
Oh, hey,
there's an
Bubbles.
enveloping calm here, just like in the no man's land I've ventured to in the past. Can you imagine a completely lifeless world? From there, you can glimpse the stars that lie at the very edge of the horizon. Following its celestial trajectory, the great teal star illuminates an endless sea of white across both the sky and land. My mother and I navigated calm glaciers, looking for signs of life on that world, and encountered many bizarre phenomena. It was like finding the single correct piece in a mountain of jigsaw pieces. The process was convoluted and unimaginably difficult. But it was touching and enthralling as well.
I'd still wish if you can undo whatever you did to me.
I haven't interfered with your linguistic faculties. Such an act would be impolite. I merely made a minor adjustment.
That's still counting as you did something to me.
A few days ago, I made my interest in you known to Herta. My intention is for you to serve as an assistant. Based on our interactions within the simulated universe,
Yeah, look, I did-
firmly believe you fit the bill. A single error in detailed research can generate issues, and I despise matters that escape my control. Therefore, I added anti-truth serum to this dessert.
Oh.
It will not harm you. However, you will be unable to say what you truly think when answering questions related to me.
Oh.
Treat it as a layer of protection.
Okay.
This will shield my research and your personal safety.
Okay.
Once the problems have been dealt with, I'll give you the antidote.
So it's not the thing that she did to me. It's she drugged me. Chat, relax. You're giving into your hormones.
I can also reward you as compensation for being my assistant. I will fulfill your every wish.
I'm still upset.
Then I'll grant you even greater rewards. When I first arrived on the space station, I borrowed the phase flame from Herta.
Phase.
It's an invention of member number 29 Circle. I hope to be enlightened by other society members' results. A surge
With
of
two
creativity
S's.
led me to explore the cultivation of life on the space station. In my imagination, these life forms would be a new variety that are born as geniuses. I plan to name them after Lambda, member number 8 of the Genius Society. I don't know where it went wrong. They possess their own sentience, but are nowhere near geniuses. Moreover, my free-range approach seems to have backfired. In a lab leak incident a few days ago, some of these little life forms ran away
The cat
and
cakes.
scattered all over the space station. I do not wish for Herta or Asta to be involved in this. Therefore, I'm hoping you can assist in recovering these little life forms.
You can try trusting me, you know.
I do trust you.
Why don't you want them to know?
This has nothing to do with them. Besides, the more people involved, the more problems there will be. Once the little life forms are collected, simply find a proper place for them. The researchers in the Department of Ecology should know about this and provide you with suitable advice. As the masses depart, there's an enveloping calm here. Just like the no man's land I ventured to in the past. Yes, my mother and I once spent 11 long polar nights there.
How long is a polar night?
Place where the space station stores dangerous experimental results? I have absolutely no knowledge of any special hiding
The
places.
seclusion
And I
zone.
certainly haven't sold any old junk rare treasures or discarded curios or anything like that.
Ron asked me to do this.
You're so cute. Can I get an autograph?
It should have been me, not him. I can't say anything that brings up Ron May.
Molten cheese tart is the best. Its outlook is infectious. Its positive mood has influenced us all. What's our slogan
Wonderful.
again? 1. Stop complaining. Change your attitude and use the delicious molten cheese tart to stop the flow of negative energy.
I like a little bit of dessert to stifle out my negative
2.
emotions. Yeah.
Energize yourself. Increase your capacity for action and walk on the path of molten cheese tart's absolute conviction.
Yes. What path do you strive on? Trailblazer? The hunt? No, Molten Cheese Tart's path.
Molten cheese
Oh.
tart is Madame Ron May's top fan. This is
Wait,
how
it's
it
a-
preaches. Those who offer their love are expressing admiration and affection for Miss Ron May.
Oh, it's a fan club. Got it. I see. What about Screwllum's followers?
Mr. Screwllum's followers are all very logical, but they're just awaiting the arrival of the mechanical aristocracy.
Hey, don't you talk trash about Screwllum.
I'll tell you how to secure an audience with the Honorable Molten Cheese Tart.
Molten Cheese Tart.
You need to plaster hearts wherever Madame Ron May has been. If you're sincere enough, the Honorable Molten Cheese Tart will show itself.
Right. Try to create...
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Try to create life? Let me call off Kafka real quick. Hey, Kafka, wanna smack?
Hey, guess what I got my hands on? Word on the street is that this is the downgraded version of Ron May's life cultivation formula. Yikes. Take a look at what you just cultivated.
Isn't that a heliobus?
I heard Madame Ronmay is very picky when it comes to snacks. Do you know what her favorites
boy.
are?
I don't know about her, but I love fermented herring. So, I really can't say anything.
Did I ask about your favorites? Also, that's disgusting. What's wrong with you?
I am so popular. Okay, that looks like it. It's a steamed bun. I'm gonna eat it.
So, this
These
is
kinds.
the little life form Run May made?
It's food. It's sentient food. Isn't it meowing?
I am humbled to meet the Molten Cheese Tart.
It's vegetable and meat stuffing. What part of this is a molten cheese tart?
Oh, you don't understand the Honorable Tart. That's okay. No worries for situations like this. We've specifically concocted a synesthesia beacon.
Wakaka! I'm a genius among geniuses.
You actually made my voice. Immediately deactivate a specific synesthesia beacon.
That was way too risky.
Oh, Molten Cheese Tart says Madame Ranmei has finally recognized my ingenuity. Molten Cheese Tart says, does Madame Ranmei recognize me as a masterpiece? Molten Cheese Tart says, Madame Ranmei still has not recognized me as a life form that passes the requirements. I need to work harder.
Well, you are still...
Such an enthusiastic Molten Cheese Tart.
You're still like 80% dumpling.
To the world, you are but one person. But to me, you are the entire world. Oh, Madame Ranmei.
Where's my fan club? Jeez.
Don't you have anything you want to say to Molten Cheese Tart? You should at least express how you would like to follow Molten Cheese Tart. We wouldn't want to mistake you for an agent of gray bean paste, would we? Oh, the Honorable Molten Cheese Tart may have a crispy exterior.
It doesn't.
Deep down inside, it's incredibly sensitive and delicate. It's genuinely puzzling. Despite Molten Cheese Tart's remarkable qualities, why hasn't Madame Ranmei acknowledged it? It's clear that it yearns for her love.
What kind of love, though?
I don't know. Expecting me to understand love is like asking me to map the farthest reaches of the universe.
Same, bro. Can I talk alone with Molten Cheese Tart?
Oh? The Honorable Molten Cheese Tart has agreed.
Yippee. You can throw these little monsters in here. This is a one-way passage with the other end connected to the storage room. It's extremely safe. You realize Ranmei's creation cannot be put in at all. Yeah, it's a fat dumpling. Aww. Nothing about you is molten or cheese or tart. You're like... You're modeled after a Chinese delicacy. You're a dumpling. I wonder who voiced this. Tenderly activate the teleporter. Ranmei's little life form was ruthlessly flushed down the John. It'll be safely transported to the storage zone.
Herta called Screwllum and I to the space station to discuss some important topics. She also sent an invite to Steven, but he didn't reply, and Herta didn't seem to want to wait any longer. And now, I wish for you to attend this meeting with me. Just in case, I want someone who will be on my side. In other words, you. Just remember, my secret stays with you, don't pry too much, and keep your expressions in check. Alright, let's go.
The Screwllum!
Hi, Ranmei. I've been waiting for you. Oh,
We gotta
you're
be on
here
our best
too?
behavior now.
Looks like you two have become quite friendly.
We gotta be on the gentleman behavior.
It's good to see you, madam. Affirmation.
You
This
too,
reunion
sir.
has happened earlier than my calculations predicted.
Though you weren't invited, I welcome you to remember this historical moment. How long has it been since 3 geniuses were in the same room together? And how long will we have to wait for it to happen again?
Yeah, because Polka killed like most of them off for no reason.
Affirmative. Discounting our
loony.
discussions on the simulated universe, our interactions are scarce. I look forward to the innovative ideas that may emerge from this juxtaposition of minds.
Bow politely. Yes.
Let me get straight to the point. I think it's time to find another partner for the simulated universe.
Question. Are we introducing a 5th partner for the simulated universe?
That wouldn't hurt, right?
Yes, a 5th genius.
Who? Dr. Ratio? Is that it?
What if the responder is Polka Kakamond?
That'd be great! Hey, Lord of Silence, are you listening? I'm member number 83, Herta, and I want to meet you.
Probability. Member number 64, Dr. Primitive, may appear.
That's a hard pass.
Haven't heard
Given
about that
Dr. Primitive's shady research practices and his tussle with the Galaxy Rangers, the IPC will surely turn this into a media circus. He can get lost.
Okay.
I'd prefer it if the simulated universe remained scandal-free. What about you, Chingtu? Are you still in touch with her, Ruan? Is she still alive?
Can we ask her to leave if we are to discuss this topic? The process will be long and boring. There's no need to take up other people's time.
I mean, you gotta decide on someone. Okay.
And what the heck is this?
Oh, hey! All the blessings from the path. Let's go.
This fragment of Ruan. Have you seen it in the simulated universe before?
Yeah, why is it appearing here?
The simulated universe is my home.
Well, at least that's not as weird.
It's probably an isolated glitch.
Will there be a 15 joining?
Depends on who they are.
The air in the space station has a pleasant quality, affirmation. Knowledge flows within it.
You're so cool. How long will you be staying on the space station?
I will stay for a while longer. Lady Asta has recently expressed concerns regarding disturbances on the space station. Conclusion: extended observation is necessary.
I see that you've recovered the life form in the master control zone. Thank you. There are some things that I must tell you now. If I wait for the meeting to finish, then it might be too late. The retrieval of my life forms isn't complete yet. There's more than just one, and some are stored in a sealed zone.
The Seclusion.
Herta uses that place to welcome visitors from across the stars, or to welcome members of the Genius Society. However, due to the Legion's invasion, it is no longer open to the public. And now my headache is stored there.
I will just go there and rescue them then. There are other zones in the space station?
There's much you don't know about the space station, and even more about Herta. But there is
Obviously.
some information I can give you. That place is also used to welcome non-humanoid visitors, and has a shuttle that connects to outer space. I'm giving you my access card. Give me your hand, and I'll input your fingerprint into it. Stay vigilant, Assistant. Should you come across a threat you can't handle, just alert me. I'll come to your aid no matter what. Remember, there is a giant incubator in the middle of the zone. That's where my headache is stored.
That headache is probably our weekly boss.
What would a sealed zone look like?
Oh boy. Oh. Here we go. God, it goes deep. It goes deep. Okay, this place looks like a horror movie. Alien Isolation much. Where's the automatic lights? Where's the automatic lights? Oh. Dude. Jeez. Guys, Halloween is over. Okay, oh. Lights. Thank God. Entered safe zone. My ass. New OST as well. You're a different one, you're not the broken one.
Buzz.
Robot frying cold rice.
Permission status. Madam Ron May. Permissions granted. Madam Herta. Fine. As long as it keeps her happy. Buzz.
Why are you here?
Buzz. I am a twin of the rice frying robot. I am the leftover rice frying robot. Buzz.
Dang. I want to see the visitor logs.
Madam Ron May.
Buzz.
Alien species.
Buzz.
That is all.
The swarm.
Fry leftover, fry leftover.
Okay. Alright, you keep frying your leftover rice. That should probably moldy already. Oh, this is cool though. How deep do we go? Oh, we go deep.
That's what she said.
Oh, this do go deep. Like, oh wow. This goes very deep. Oh, there it is. Oh, this feels Alien Isolation. It's not as spooky, but I remember playing the game. It scared the living shit out of me.
Oh, hell no.
Well, at least there's light here. Is that a... I swear that looks like a sci-fi rice cooker. Am I stupid?
The kindling for the
phase flame is fascinating. Unfortunately, before the research could be completed, it vanished. I've initiated new attempts. The growth status of the two samples this time is promising. I incorporated personal taste preferences into the concept, but I'm uncertain about the outcome of such an action. They simultaneously possess two sets of emotional traits. They are at once cute, weak, sentimental, and sensitive, yet are also fierce, instigating, demanding, and confident. Interestingly, they also possess a kind of inclination, a yearning for their creator. It manifests as a natural, inherent emotion, similar to that of a baby towards its mother. Life towards sustenance, or the peculiar bond between humans.
She lingered on the first comparison.
Huh? What's that sound out there?
Is it the cats? It is. It's one of the mooncake cats. Oh my god, it's adorable.
This is the headache Runmei mentioned?
No, did you not see that big ball?
It's just a different flavor.
It's a different thing entirely. It's a mooncake. The other one was dumpling. It refers to itself as ashy paste. Well, yeah, it's a green bean mooncake. Are you hiding in desserts? It claims to be connected with its shell. The mooncake is your shell. Got it. You're like a turtle cat. It looks deeply distressed, crying profusely. Activate the synthesia beacon.
I'm not one of Runmei's recognized works.
I hate how it's translating and using Stelle's voice. Imagine the Kayla's version.
Too much negative energy. Don't like negative energy. Negative energy.
Incredible.
What the fuck? You are a genius in your own way.
Why? Why am I a failure?
Jesus. What the fuck?
What's that noise?
Yeah. Meow.
Follow me. It'll be okay. I need to find a place for this little one. That sound seems to be from that locked room. How do I get in?
What is that? What?
Surprise, motherfucker!
Oh, you can turn invisible.
Repay.
It's a new version. Ooh. Nasty. Oh, you look much cooler than this one. A subspecies of stings that underwent mutations during reproduction, adept at using quantum toxins in their mandibles to corrode away the bodies of their prey. Ooh. I really like the design of this though. What the hell? Obviously, I'm biased because this thing's purple and I love purple. Oh, the way it attacks too is kind of cool. Like, shoom, shoom.
A moment's excitement. Nothing.
Is there no place for us where you're going? Wow. There's 4 of them.
I never imagined there'd be so many of them.
Oh my god. There's a orange one. That's probably like a milk flavored one, a peach flavored one, a chocolate flavored one. Oh my goodness. Oh, you bitch. Do not divide. Do not. I saw it there, but it moved too fast.
The final days that member number 23 Acha spent in the mechanical city.
Acha.
showed me that even the longest of lives, such as hers, have a limit. I'm now certain that the outcome of this cultivation is failure. Life can exist in thousands of different forms, which means the form itself has no purpose. These life forms are very advanced in their own concepts, and can even trigger chain reactions such as synesthesia. But that is not what I desire. I'm starting to feel lost. Perhaps the question, what is the essence of life, never had an answer. Member 1, Sandar. Have you ever felt this lost? Or resigned?
I mean, what we knew from her Myriad Celestia trailer, she was researching to see how to become an Aeon. What's this?
Life
What else?
is countless and varied in form. I firmly believe in that. Its beauty is like a myriad of flowers, and I want to pluck the one that never wilts. The patterns of all things always have complicated and enchanting exteriors.
She
while
strives
their
for
inner essences remain
perfection.
simple and plain. If we were to trace things back to their roots, just one equation would be enough to solve the confusion of all life. Ever since I was a child, I have always delighted in observing aspects of microscopic creatures, such as the speed with which slime molds devour objects. I have also gazed far and wide across the macroscopic world, investigating the progress of the universe up to this day. It was all very simple. I wish to discover the true essence of life, something that all individuals possess unknowingly, whether it is the materialism of their existence or an unknown entity beyond corporeal realms. To avoid blind faith in science, I cautiously raised a query. Would Ram May be able to peel away external influences? Just like pinpointing a coordinate, would she be able to uncover life's most primordial and beautiful form of existence? I thought of one life form that would truly lie beyond my reach, and that is...
An Aeon. Where are we in the part of the map? Ooh-wee. The duration of sunlight exposure is a crucial factor affecting mood. Basking in starlight has proven to be an effective method to alleviate negative emotions.
Sounds fitting.
Accommodate the ashy paste.
Stay here for a bit. Did something just open?
That's an awfully long tube for something so short. The robot, little robot.
Hidden room. Buzz. Only Madame Ron May has permissions. Please submit your ID.
Well, I got it right
Buzz.
here. Show Rami's
Permissions
card.
granted. Buzz.
Welcome, Rami.
Select from the below services. 1. Check historical incubation records. 2. Inorganic lifeform companionship chat service.
Check historical incubation records.
Is this?
I thought of one life form that would truly lie beyond my reach. And that is an Emanator. I cannot comprehend what an Emanator is. Scholars view them as the executors of the Eon's power. So, when did it begin? And at what point did they become closer to the Eons than any other life form?
I don't like how everything's highlighted in reds, with reds, and she's at the center of it.
At first, I tried to create a genius. I failed. That question has no solution yet, and a long
sounds so
journey of discovery
frantic.
still lies ahead. However, erudition isn't the only path in the universe. If we set logic aside, would there be more primitive and pure emanators on other paths? Of course there would be. Daisy-Ronth. I was able to see the beginning and end of the swarm disaster through the simulated universe. Obtain data on the Imperator and Sectorum and their descendants.
Right, because we helped out with
replicate them,
that.
Nurture them, and create a brand new scientific discipline. It is a logical decision. I will certainly succeed. The entity that I reconstruct will bloom into a life never before seen. Will Herta and Screwllum like this experiment? Most likely not. Therefore, before they realize what I am doing, I must hurry my work, as well as find a fitting assistant.
Me.
Permission granted. Buzz.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't like where this is going. Is that how she's like in private? Check visitor records.
Madame Ron May. Alien speed man with plaster head. Buzz.
Dr. Ratio's here.
Seems like there's something new.
Why is he here?
Permission granted, but
That sound's coming from above.
He's from the Intelligentsia Guild. Where's the door? Hey.
time to say bye.
Jesus.
Boom.
Okay, they should kill them all. They multiply too fast. God, no wonder they get problems with it back in Disaster. Look down. Okay, it's the same dial. Oh. It got out. We're fucked. Although I'm still excited to see. It. Pushing upstairs to continue your investigation. Right. The other. Dr. Ratio.
There's someone in the distance. Who is that?
Why are you here? From the Intelligentsia Guild. Oh.
Here.
Oh my god.
A genius move. And how will you counter it? Only an idiot would ask such a question. Just move this here.
What? He's having chess with himself.
You look distressed.
Hey. Hi.
Something the matter?
Person we're gonna get for free in 2 weeks.
If that's the case, you better get thinking. Are you waiting for a sign?
Huh?
Time is ticking. Descend via the elevator. What you seek is there.
I mean, that's kind of badass. He's battling his own intellect. What's with the mask? Or what is that? You know what I'm looking for?
Have you considered whether the answer to your question will be of any relevance to our current predicament?
Okay, you don't have to.
If a question is of no help, then don't ask it. Time is clearly precious to the both of us.
That sentence took me like, what, 2 seconds to speak? I only wasted like 3 seconds of your time.
Never mind. Allow me to clarify something.
Oh my god.
I know exactly who you are.
Okay, yeah, sure, good.
And I'm aware you are in Ron May's employ. This was not my intended destination. I just happened to find my way here during my visit and saw what she was up to. My goals are roughly aligned with yours. Since you're here, I won't intercede. But should you fail, I will be forced to prevent some avoidable misfortunes. That's all you need to know. Just 2 paragraphs. Very effective communication.
Why do you wear a alabaster head?
Because I can't bear to see idiots.
Oh.
Of course, they wouldn't want to see me either.
Wow. Okay. So this is how he is.
The real Ron May's
Jesus.
creation is hidden in the giant incubator below us. Go. Take the elevator and bear witness to this genius masterpiece.
What the fuck? Oh. Witness the big trouble. The big trouble. The weekly boss that escaped? Yeah? Ooh. Very ominous. Oh, shit. Oh. We're fighting it already.
This is huge. The space station has an area this big?
Oh boy. Ooh, look at the goo. Ugh. That's disgusting. Ew, don't touch it.
An Emanator of propagation clone? How can that be?
Hold on. Starcrusher Swarm King. Skaracabaz. Synthetic. Hold on. I want to read the ability. I won't read that. Okay. Hold on. The replica of the Emanator of propagation cultivated by Ruan, briefly manifesting in the world in an incomplete form. Its original form is a giant lepisma that inherited the mandibles of the Imperator Sectorum. It can collect in its mouth parts the death ray that fragmented celestial bodies and make shattered stars incubators for procreating offspring. It was once one of the nightmares across multiple worlds during the storm disaster. Why'd you create him, Ruan? Huh? Oh, it's still going. Hello? Okay. Obviously we're not gonna fast forward this. It's still okay, hold on guys. Let me listen to this a bit. What the hell? This is actually really good. Oh. Ooh. It's going for a drop. Hold on. Oh, and it loops back on itself. Okay.
Eternal sleep is not the dead will return.
Eternal melody.
Sampo Koski always takes heat.
You see the timing of the dialogue?
Good times never last. Time to say bye. Boom.
Oh yeah.
Every petal in life's garden will be swept away by the wind of time.
I'm so digging this though. Oh, it spawns it. Oh, right. This is the phase where you attack every time and it spawns
You're
it.
too good to me.
Underling.
Good times.
Hopefully this can take him out for
Time to
first
say
base.
bye. Boom.
Does this guy only have 2 phases? Phase 2.
It'll destroy the space station.
You can't multiply anymore. Oh my god.
Every petal in life's garden.
Oh, no. Okay, we're almost done with it. Oh my god. Oh no, the that's enough to kill him though.
This won't take long.
This price was too steep.
Even Fantelia didn't body me that hard. What? We got it. Okay. We got it. It didn't die. Come on, Galactic Baseballer.
creature was unable to sustain its own existence and vanished as if it had never been born.
You really just watched like that. Wow.
The threat is over. Time to get going.
Well, it was an imperfect specimen. Oh.
Is it over?
That was close.
I need to get some answers out of Run May.
That thing would have destroyed the space station, Ron May. What the hell? Ron May.
The meeting of geniuses is over. As for the future of the simulated universe, that conclusion isn't important. What's important is your task.
You just gonna pretend like that didn't happen?
You look upset. Correct? I regret my actions. There's no defending what I've done.
You asked me to go sort it
Time and
out.
again, my experiments
Just
have
me,
fallen
by the
short, and they've always yielded predictable results. I made a clone, but it doesn't hold a candle to the Emanator.
You didn't have to lie to me.
How should I have explained it to you? I'm not good at communicating with others. Restrained by time and place, its code of life could only be considered an incomplete attempt. I managed to replicate the moment it was born. However, it would soon disappear and be reduced to particles. Like every living being, it inevitably faced its demise as it journeyed towards the end. I find no fault in that. However, even the briefest life should have meaning. I want to know the limits of its capacity. It will indicate how far I've gone in a field completely incomprehensible to me. And it was a minuscule step. Just as I had predicted.
It almost ate me.
I did say that if a danger proved too great for you, I would personally step in to confront it. I must admit, I'm not fond of scenarios where everything aligns perfectly with my expectations. An experiment should have its unforeseen twists. That's where the joy lies.
Gee,
even the
what if
most
it blew up the
predictable
station?
storylines can have their pleasant surprises.
Really?
I have to admit that these little ones born in the process sometimes move me. I see a human-like response in them. It is a concept completely opposite to that of divinity. They have emotions. Emotions may be either positive or negative. However, the love rooted in the depths of their heart is eternal and unchanging.
Oh, look at the little paw.
And they're still a long way from becoming geniuses, and are therefore unable to discern whether this love is one of friendship, romance, or familial love. That being said, can even geniuses tell the difference? I cannot, at least. I do not understand what love is, and cannot respond to their feelings. Do you believe my actions were wrong? There's no need to tell me your answer. I just felt like asking the question. How should I take care of them? Perhaps leaving them at the space station is the best choice. Do I seem irresponsible? I'm sorry. I am often at a loss as to how to face my own creations. The effects of the anti-truth serum will also wear off. If others mention me to you in the future, you can answer however you like, or even pretend you never knew me. After all, your memory of me will soon dissipate like smoke.
Memory? Dissipate?
If I do not want a secret revealed, the most foolproof way is to destroy it. The anti-truth serum will make you forget the brief period we spent together.
I won't even remember this whole encounter.
It won't take effect immediately. It is a slow, intangible process, like the sweet fragrance of lotus leaves, plum blossom, sticky rice, and frosting sugar. Perhaps you'll remember someone performed selfish experiments on the space station, but you will no longer remember their identity. Perhaps we'll meet again someday, but you won't be able to connect me with the recollection. That way, the connection between life forms will be erased. Friendships, secrets, grudges, lies, all will disappear. It will make our lives more
Really?
relaxing.
This is how you decided to... No, I won't forget you.
I believe you. As for me, I'm leaving soon and won't bother with goodbyes. Do you still remember the no man's land I mentioned? I'm considering a solo trip back there during my research downtime, just to see how things are. I miss member number 55 reaching to sometimes. She used to always make something delicious for me to drink every time we parted ways. Who knows when the next gathering of geniuses will be? Do you have anything else you want to say to me?
Do you trust me now? I hope you'll come back and visit your creations.
I promise I will, Miss Assistant. If fate allows and you're interested, upon our next meeting, we could journey to No Man's Land and traverse its tranquil glaciers. Though I suppose it wouldn't be No Man's Land anymore. What a conundrum.
Oh. What are those holographs?
Huh?
There's more. No.
Oh. There's more. How are those two doing lately? Did they learn how to coexist? So you do care about them. A little. Accommodate them in the space station and taught Molten G-Star to master humility and let Ashy Paste have a positive outlook on life. Thank you, Stelle. When would I forget you? Maybe eventually. I look forward to experience new stories with you. Okay, I promise. In the future, research will still continue. Right, about the alabaster heads. Is he a friend of yours? Oh. You don't know? Asta's not here? I guess I'll let Herta know. Welcome, new friends. What an honor to see you here. The ID here looks familiar. So you knew the handle I used before that account got nuked. Looks like you're chronically online. Okay, let's get back to this topic. How do we deal with the situation? Accountability must be held. What's wrong with accountability? So you still don't know?
Herta Newsflash. Good evening, Madam Herta fans. This is an urgent broadcast. The great Madam Herta, member 83 of the Genius Society, has been targeted in an attack at the space station. Her current whereabouts are unknown, with no group having stepped forward to claim responsibility. Many Heritors are upset at the ineptitude of upper management, having issued strong protest and condemnation.
But it's just her puppets, right? Just look at this, they're walking all over us, positively assaulting Madame Herta at this rate. Yeah, right. And the management of this space station is for real so crappy. Legion incident inside, how could they allow Madame Herta to be attacked on our own turf? So what is going on? I really hate it. Imbecilic pests sit high on place and do nothing. But when all said and done, after a Legion crisis, the space station has done good job revitalizing. Yeah, good point. Those are two different kettles of fish. Besides, they were never that competent to begin with. Isn't the main focus Herta's safety? Let's not poke our noses into other people's business. Isn't that Asta's job? Our job is to sit here and judge the quality of their work. As for how to get things done that's for them to worry about. You sure have some bizarre reasoning, but you're spitting facts right there. You're absolutely right, bro. Rich, no, you spoke my mind. Carman, what is our goal? To rid ourselves of all imbecilic pests. Good you passed. But wait, like I said, it's just her puppets. I mean, Herta herself is fine. Oh my god, she's not. Fucking hell.
Mr. Screwllum, this was a premeditated attack.
Conclusion. Their target was the space station, but their strategies are still unknown to us.
That's right. Which is precisely why we need her.
What?
The last to lay eyes on Herta's puppet before the attack was her.
And you are?
Dr. Ratio.
This is Dr. Ratio of the Intelligentsia Guild.
Yeah,
a
and
delegate
you took
from
off
the
your
IPC.
alabaster heads.
She's only just woken up. Dazed. She may need a few pointers.
Is that shit gonna play every time he puts his...
we cross paths again.
Puts his helmet on?
Do you remember me? Of course. Why would you? Memory is such a fickle thing, after all.
We met like 10 minutes ago, dude.
Miss Trailblazer, you must have many questions. Please be patient. Asta will explain it all to you.
You're not suspecting me, are you?
You probably know the gist of things already. A few system hours ago, one of Madame Herta's puppets was attacked by an unknown perpetrator. We don't know the location of the puppet, and we can't pinpoint its signal.
So where is Herta right now?
She's away on a visit. This issue didn't seem to trouble her much.
She received an invitation from the IPC before the attack occurred.
Ah, the technology department.
And you took it off
Charming little
instead.
place, isn't it?
You took it off again.
Madame Yabuli does possess some semblance of competence, but her subordinates? Oof. Oh, they're a riot. Brimming with enthusiasm, yet utterly devoid of intellect. It's as if evolution halted prematurely for them. They want to start some new collaborations with Herta, and have graciously extended an invite for me to play the role of science consultant. It's delightfully amusing. I can't wait to witness firsthand how these geniuses from the so-called Super Smart Club squander the IPC's vast resources. However, this attack was timed a little too well. I can't help but wonder if someone leaked this information.
Right when I was down there.
And the attackers seized the opportunity.
Investigating the thing.
Herta's aloof
The
response to
Seclusion
these juvenile provocations? Almost as intriguing. What a delightful little puzzle.
Love your eyeliner, by the way.
I've long heard that you're one of the best researchers in the guild, Dr. Ratio. We are honored to have your assistance.
Save your flattery. Time is hardly a luxury we can squander.
He
To
still
debate
liked
the
it,
merits
though.
of mere mortals in the company of an actual genius? Quite the paradox, if you ask me. Excuse me, you.
Me.
Tell me, what were you doing the last time you saw that puppet?
Running errands.
Don't play the fool. Think.
I think I was...
Some system hours ago.
Oh, right. I need your help with something else. That curio's gone missing, and I can't just forget about it. Go find it for me when you have the time. I'm sure you can manage that, can't you?
Okay, so I guess canonically it's been a while since we said goodbye to Ruan Mei. Maybe a day or two?
Let me describe it again in case you forgot.
Whoops.
It's alive, but it doesn't have a body. Send me a signal when you see traces of it.
And...
I think she mentioned something important, but I can't remember. If only there were some hints, then maybe...
Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out for a bit. Go ask Asta if you want someone to help you.
But then the serum should make me forget something like this.
My memory's kind of hazy. What did I do after that?
Hey, what brings you here, Rich? It's been so long.
I'm not that wonderful. I'm just okay.
It's all taken care of. As long as the money's there, it's all good. Here's the account you asked for. It's legit and secure, allowing you to connect straight to the intranet.
Sure. Can I help you with something?
Oh, you flatter me. I'm just a peddler doing a little business on the side.
Again? How many times has it been? You're really pushing my buttons.
These two aren't making any sense. This is so weird. Let me try to remember the conversation with Asta.
Explore Asta's troubles. Another memory.
A curio that's alive but doesn't have a body. Sorry, but nothing comes to mind. Maybe the researchers at the Departments of Ecology or Insight may have an idea? Hinkle and are around here somewhere. I'd suggest you ask them about it.
Hinkle.
Asta seems to have mentioned two names.
I can't remember
Two
the other one.
researchers from the Departments of Ecology and Insight.
The multiple disappearances? They're all for real.
Seriously?
Shh! Why are you being so loud? Do you want to disappear too?
I saw it. I saw that person disappear. They vanished right before my eyes. Just like that. Step. It was so quick. No traces left, not even bones.
I say, what a wonderfully intelligent-looking young lady.
All right. Just cut the pleasantries and tell me how it's going.
It's a dude.
I have faith in your abilities. So, how about my offer? Why not come with me after this is done?
It's happening again. The words in my memory are all jumbled up.
I'm 80% sure that spells VA.
Those despicable villains are distorting the truth online. Ugh. If I discover who's behind this, they're gonna wish they'd never crossed me.
Ask for clues about the lost curio.
A curio that's alive but doesn't have a body? Isn't that just a jinx?
Jinx?
Oh, nowadays people call them wubbaboos?
Oh, that doesn't sound right.
Adler would be of more help, but he's been investigating some paranormal phenomenon. I haven't seen him all day.
So not only do I have to find a curio, I have to find a person too.
I must say, it's a little embarrassing for the space station to be in such disarray while guests are visiting. We've been through a huge crisis and are still recovering. But there are some who are trying to exploit the chaos to agitate the workforce. People are growing more and more distrustful of the management here. It's probably turned into a big headache for Asta too.
Adler. Right. Then I ran into Arlen. Adler was with him.
Cognition cast. Oh, what the hell? We're piecing together my memory?
Adler was with Arlen. They were involved in some sort of incident.
Explore the related memory Arlen's investigation.
What? He went to the scene alone with Peppy? How could you let him?
Calm down, Brother Arlen. I know you're upset.
What are you people up to?
We're walking the dog.
We're having a walk.
Like I said, we're walking the dog.
Is he the dog?
So I'm the dog?
What the dog? I'm looking for Adler.
What a coincidence. We're looking for him too.
I didn't know dogs could talk.
That kid sure is brave. Running straight to the scene on his own.
There's Adler.
Over there.
And Peppy. Oof. And there goes the filter.
Lend me your strength. Step into the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
In lunar flame.
There we go. Awesome.
Peppy, are you okay?
He's fine.
She wants to
What is
ask
it?
you something about curios. Oh, about that investigation I asked for.
Don't worry. I think I figured something out. Catch you later.
I figured you'd come to me to uncover the truth. I'm sorry. The situation is very delicate. I can't say anything except that it's a secret mission.
About...
Just as I thought. I vaguely remember that Arlen said more. It's related to the thing I forgot.
So, which curio do you want to know about?
One has no body but is alive.
Have you asked the Department of Ecology head?
She said it might be a whoopaboo.
Huh. She's not wrong. But that doesn't feel entirely right either.
I heard something like that also exists in the...
Huh? What did I say?
In the-
Adler seems to have gotten a lead, but what
From
was the
where?
information I forgot? And from whom?
After the Legion's invasion, the space station has been under constant scrutiny. Physical damage can be easily repaired, but it takes a long time to heal the wounds in people's hearts. Some researchers have been questioning the management and security of the space station ever since the invasion. Things had settled down a bit with the reconstruction efforts, but the researchers' disappearances have rattled them again.
Researchers' disappearances?
4 researchers have inexplicably disappeared in a matter of days. No exit logs, no traces. Vanished.
The blue flames.
People
right?
were just starting to regain their footing after the catastrophe. I didn't want panic to spread, so I suppressed the reports and told the security department to investigate in secret. However, as you can see, it's hard to keep secrets in a sardine can like this.
Do you need my help?
That's okay, but thank you for the offer. Aren't you helping Madame Herta with something already? Oh, by the way, I heard about the thing you mentioned, and I'll look into it too. I'll find a way to solve the problem for the space station.
So I did consult someone else other than Hinkle. The only thing I remember is that they're from the Department of Insight. Did my memory... Now I remember.
Oh.
The other person is Emily. She was at the base zone. What did Emily say?
Oh, that's why. Yeah, I thought something was weird about... It was replaced by a dude here because we couldn't recall. It's the order of conversation that was jumbled. Sorry if I can interrupt.
Asta told you to find me? A curio that doesn't have a body but is alive. Isn't the Department of Ecology full of curio experts? That's got nothing to do with the Department of Insight. However, I've heard of such a species. A colleague who came back from a business trip
A heliobus.
said that the Xianzhou Alliance has life forms like that.
A heliobus. I mean, the flames.
The Xianzhou species Emily mentioned seems to be what inspired Adler.
Is it this one? Okay.
I'm sorry. The situation is very delicate. I can't say anything except that it's a secret mission.
About the researchers' disappearances.
How did you know? The surveillance didn't capture anything regarding the researcher's disappearance. There's only one clue. Adler observed that the automatic fire suppression system was momentarily activated around the time the disappearances occurred.
Yeah, the heliobus is flamed.
That means that every victim's disappearance was accompanied by some inexplicable fire. When we made visits to the scenes, some of the witness testimony seemed to agree with this. The words they used were spontaneous combustion of the human body.
So, I heard something like that also exists in the Xianzhou Alliance.
Ah, that's right! They're called Heliobi! I guess you could say that Wubbaboos and Heliobi are sort of like cousins. Both are types of energy life form.
Energy life form.
Spontaneous combustion of the human body. That is most likely the truth.
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. It's an energy life form.
Oh boy.
It's alive, but it doesn't have a body.
Okay, she doesn't specify heliobi. It's something very similar. Energy life form?
That's not the point. I wouldn't be bothering with it if it didn't have something to do with the Genius Society. Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out for a bit. Go ask Asta if you want someone to help you.
All before they disappeared, they went up in flames, basically.
I commend your stamina for recounting that interminable tale. You must be exhausted. My ears certainly are. The last time you laid eyes on Herta was in her office. She sent you on a wild goose chase for some trinket, the curio, after which you knew nothing else until Lady Asta contacted you.
Correct.
If that's the narrative you're sticking to, then indulge me. Who, pray tell, can substantiate this captivating drama?
Herta, Asta, Screwllum, Asta, right? Yo.
A second-hand account. She wasn't at the scene. Hearsay hardly counts as compelling evidence.
You're
now,
suspecting me.
Mr. Ratio, your style of questioning would seem to have a preconceived bias.
Apologies. It's an unfortunate habit of
Narcissism, right?
When one is immersed in academic research, skepticism comes far more naturally than belief. It is also the most efficient method, judging from my experience. Seeking answers with a negative hypothesis in mind is still valid research. It can still help us reach the truth. If she is truly innocent, she can clear her name with answers.
Oh, boy.
Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an assignment.
The Arum Alley debate thing, Ace Attorney, oh hell yeah.
If you knew Herta, then you wouldn't find—
don't interrupt other people.
Oh my god.
And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name.
Herta didn't mention the name of the curio. We were talking about something else, and she just mentioned it in passing. However, she did give a thorough description of the curio. I didn't make that up.
True, you wouldn't be able to make that up.
Why do I feel like I'm being looked down on?
Herta's collection, an endless trove of trinkets and baubles. And yet, she singles out one nameless ordinary curio? It's hard for me to imagine she would treasure one curio so much.
Sure, but you're the one saying the curio in question is ordinary.
Say what you want to say.
A correct observation, if I may add.
Genius Society member.
The curio isn't the point. Herta was only addressing it because of its relation to the Genius Society.
I would imagine the curio is the creation of a genius. Affirmation. It holds some special meaning to Herta.
Yes, that seems logically sound.
You sound almost disappointed.
Then you said you asked Asta for help with the lost curio.
Yes, to get more information about the curio. I didn't get a direct answer, but Asta recommended I seek out a researcher who could help.
Also, I'm just realizing the amount of astounding Stelle dialogue we're getting in these two missions.
Then you said you asked Asta for help with the lost curio. However, she decided to hold her tongue until Now?
Mr. Ratio, it's because...
I'm asking her, Lady Asta. Your testimony went out the window the second you started being secretive. However, so what's the story? Are you full of fanciful fiction? Or is Asta the one hoarding secrets like they're going out of style?
Asta isn't trying to hide anything. It's because of her position.
Confidence.
Some things shouldn't be said in the open.
What could be more important than Herta's safety?
Everyone else's.
It's okay. You can tell him.
Confidence
The
crisis.
space station has been very distrustful of its higher management ever since the Antimatter Legion's invasion. Another severe incident would further intensify suspicion and cause great internal strife.
Oh, so that explains why Lady Asta approved of my participation. After all, the Intelligentsia Guild's representative wouldn't be linked to the space station, but would still share the IPC's position. They wouldn't be partial to anyone, but would still act for the space station's benefit. 2 birds with 1 stone. Researchers' disappearances, you say? Yes, I've heard the responsibility of sorting out that mess has been thrust upon Arlen, head of the security department.
Indeed.
Yes, I ran into Arlen when looking for Adler, a level 2 researcher. According to the Department of Ecology head, he knows more about curios than
literally
anyone
just
else.
a kid.
He happened to be helping Arlen investigate the disappearances.
Did he enlighten you?
Yeah, he told me about the energy life forms, right?
Adler seemed to have had an idea at the time, but he never contacted me again.
Clearly, though, it bears no connection to Herta's puppet being attacked.
Defend.
No connection? I disagree. There should be evidence linking them together. If I review a certain record...
It bears no connection to
human
Herta's
combustion.
puppet being attacked.
They disappear just like how the researchers did.
No. If I recall correctly, Asta said, one of Madame Herta's puppets was attacked by an unknown perpetrator.
With the fire alarms.
We don't know the location
fire
of the puppet, and we
detectors.
can't pinpoint its signal.
Maybe.
Don't know the location. Isn't that the same as missing? The space station's automatic fire suppression system was momentarily activated around the time the disappearances happened. Arlen mentioned that each victim
We can just-
disappeared due to spontaneous combustion.
Trial and error and look at each of the places it activated.
There are no signs of a fire anywhere in the space station.
That's what's so odd about it. But this information has an additional layer of importance.
Fire.
This may not be direct evidence, but if the system also recorded the fire suppression system activating when the puppet was attacked, then there's ample evidence to indicate that these 2 cases are linked.
Questioning ends. I didn't play Ace Attorney for nothing.
We'll see in the main control room. Let's go. Huh? What was that?
Oh, group chat. Herta's Valencine. She's here. She's here. She's here. Ooh, the big shot. Huh? Oh my. Wait.
Herta Newsflash. This is an urgent broadcast. I repeat, this is an urgent broadcast.
Wasn't that Duke
News
Inferno?
has finally emerged regarding the attack on Madame Herta. The Annihilation gang has claimed responsibility for the incident and warned of further activity. The guild has expressed utmost condemnation.
The gods of the starry skies have abandoned the world. They give no thought to the masses. Only the wounded savior can bathe the world in the firelight of destruction.
It was Duke Inferno talking in the trailer.
Yet always there are cowards trying in vain to reject their favor and escape the wounds. Flee then. Flee as far as you can. No matter the distance, annihilation will find you.
That is some immaculate drip though. He's literally like a flaming goat head, like a spawn of Satan, but then Rose gotta have that tuxedo suit. Actually, wait, now that I think about it, yeah, you guys remember the new set they dropped? The new relic set they dropped in the Fixed Garden? The other set with the flaming thing, it's his crown. The relics was his accessory.
A declaration of war and an announcement of what's to come.
The Annihilation gang.
They have set their sights on you. The Legion's impact remains. And the Annihilation gang is already paying a visit. Almost seems like this space station is more suited for the path of destruction than erudition.
They were on the guest list too for Penacony. Is this gonna connect into the 2.0 storyline when it drops?
This Duke Inferno Ifrit is a life form that hails from Fetora.
Ifrit.
A world long since destroyed. His race, the ever-burning fire demons, regard Nanook as their emperor and savior, but the Eon has never cast their gaze upon them.
The Annihilation gang also tried to, at least a group of them, tried to take out Ix, the depressed-looking black hole that manages the path of nihility. They tried to take out Ix at one point, but then the group kind of just... I'm gonna guess the group got sucked into the black hole and never appeared again.
A group of pitiful lunatics.
That I can agree.
I like Dr. Primitive's assessment of them. The value Nanook sees in the Annihilation gang is perhaps far less than one might see in a child who deliberately broke a vase.
Wow.
Ifrit is particularly evil and cruel.
That's sad.
Even among his kin. The Everflame mansion he heads is even the arch-enemy of the Japella Brotherhood, despite both groups belonging to the Annihilation gang.
That's sad. They think they're tough shit. They think they actually mean something to Nanook.
Japella Brotherhood? I've heard that name somewhere.
On the Stellaron Hunters wanted posters, they stand accused of inciting the Japella Rebellion, the uprising that caused the downfall of the Brotherhood.
Kafka, Myriad, Celestial Trend. Yes, it's... Japella is the rebellion that happened on, like, the planet with the anamorphic-like beings, right?
The Japella Palace crumbled in the scorching flames, and Ifrit's power has grown by the day ever since. Would you believe it would be merely a coincidence?
They might have even worked with the Annihilation gang, now I think about it. Maybe it was orchestrated, that whole thing.
Something similar is about to happen here. Spontaneous combustion? For him, it's as routine as me finding fault in everything.
We actually saw
the
Duke
disappearance
Inferno
of researchers and the puppet were all part of the plan.
I know it's just a CG, but still, you know.
That video will soon circulate. And this station's fate? Flames. Nothing but flames.
The destruction of trust.
You need to start acting now if you want to survive. You, come with me.
I'll stay here and try to contain the news as best I can. Please, investigate the issue quickly.
But Asta's gonna be a victim of the disappearance at some point down the line. I'll prepare a courteous and thoughtful destruction, and not a single bone will be left behind. The elegant fire demon assembled a party of cosmic evil, and plans to grandiose the scene of offering a mountain of corpses and a sea of blood for the Okay, Sunday, so why exactly did you invite this guy? I mean, you wanted to invite everyone, but there's gotta be like a boundary somewhere, right? Unless Sunday deems himself to be more powerful than the Annihilation gang. Because Sunday, you know, from Penacony, is 100% villain material, so he might have something up his sleeve if he's prepared to invite the Annihilation gang.
Not good. This is serious. The security department will do whatever we can to help you.
A list of the missing researchers and their details. Remember these names. Find a friend who's tuned into the gossip around here and tell them you want to know the relationship between these people.
The Himiko fanatic? For missing researchers list.
Take me to the one who knows the most about curios within the Department of Ecology, if you would be so kind.
He disappeared too.
Wonderful.
The last time I saw him was in the Master Control Zone. He was with Wen Sherling from the Department of Implement Arts.
Lead the way. You said Adler was on the verge of a discovery, yet couldn't confer his knowledge. Intriguing and frustrating, to say the least. If his disappearance is also related to the case here, then maybe he really did stumble upon something important.
True. The key words that got Adler thinking were energy, life forms. Duke Inferno is also an energy life form.
He's a plasmic life form. Close enough. Dan Hung, I need your help. My boy. About Duke Inferno. From the Annihilation gang? It's best not to get involved with him. Space station is in trouble. Understood. Wait for my contact. You be careful yourself. If the situation changes, notify us as soon as possible. Blue, missing researchers lists.
That jerk! Jerk! Fine! Disappear! I don't ever want to see your face again!
What did Adler do to you?
Adler, he disappeared. He's been acting really weird recently.
always researching stuff like spontaneous combustion, supernatural activities.
Well, that's because we clued him in on the thing.
He kept saying the word phrase.
Phrase.
If you want to find him.
Okay.
He was reading this booklet the last time I saw him. I don't know exactly what he's searching for, but I hope it can help you.
Booklets. These victims and their internal relationships don't seem to have any overlaps, but they all post pretty extreme comments against the management on the dark web, and have a pretty large number of supporters. What? I know this result will bring a lot of things to mind, but regrettably it's the truth. Thanks.
So the researchers who disappeared were at the forefront of challenging management. Isn't that a curious puzzle piece? I finished browsing through this booklet while you were replying to messages. It recorded the lives of a few Genius Society members. I'd say it contains some interesting information. It's time to go back and chat with Lady Asta and Mr. Screwllum.
I think we only scratched the surface of this Ifrit. What happened? The fire demons of Fatora are ferocious and cruel by nature, but Ifrit easily rose to the position of clan leader. And even among the fire demons, his flame belongs to a special category. What do you mean? In many vicious incidents instigated by the Everflame Mansion, I found similar eyewitness reports claiming that miscreants materialized from the Inferno. I speculate that Ifrit's flame may have inherited some ability other than burning, that is related to its origin. I've heard of flames with similar properties that is difficult to capture because it kept shifting between phases. There's not much information about it, only one line that catches the eye. Burns through worlds, leaving numerous scions of flames behind. Ifrit is perhaps one of these descendants. Okay, Asta's still okay. Thank God.
You're back. I've been monitoring the dark web. I barely managed to stop the video from spreading. The incident hasn't grown any bigger, for now. How are things with you?
A couple developments.
Less than promising. Or to use a different phrase,
we're in deep shit.
We're in deep trouble. Let's retrace our steps and evaluate the situation. From the data we've collected, there are 3 avenues we can explore.
Delineation.
First, Adler's disappearance. He must have come across some vital information.
You think that Adler's discovery drew the enemy's attention?
Indeed. And I already know what he found. First, Adler's disappearance. The next angle is what the victims have in common, distasteful as that discussion may be. After browsing through their online records, you discovered they all wield influence on the space station's dark web. Lady Asta must know what this means. Last is the abilities of Duke Inferno and the secret of spontaneous human combustion. You probably already know about this. The fire demon of Fatora, the Duke of the Annihilation gang.
Dimension.
There is another secret with Blast. During prior unrest, instigated by the Everflame Mansion, some testified to seeing miscreants materialize from the Inferno. The flickering tongues of Duke Inferno's fire carrying a certain property. And this property is the secret behind spontaneous human combustion. Look, the answer is right there. This booklet describes a kind of fire that can phase through dimensions, claiming it burns through worlds, leaving numerous scions of flame behind.
Yeah, destroying everything and giving birth to
It's the phase flame.
Flame demons.
The creation of member number 29, Serkal. She was an amazing genius. Intelligent, kind, and humble.
Ron May was also experimenting with that.
However, she lived for a mere 29 days on the human calendar. Such a pity. The phase flame shifted into a different phase as soon as it was created. When it returned to this phase, Serkal had already passed away. It then continued to shift through phases, making its capture impossible.
This booklet describes a kind of the kindling of this unique flame. Must be the missing curio that Herta has been searching for, and Duke Inferno is evidently spawned from it.
Somebody was once able to glimpse the traces of the phase flame and obtained a wisp of its kindling. Herta kept it and lent it to Ruan May for her research, but the kindling was lost in the process. If Ifrit is a scion of the phase flame, then the entire incident is now clear as day.
I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered. Undoubtedly, the curio Herta asked to find was the phase flame. And Adler already discovered the relationship between spontaneous human combustion and the phase flame through the concept of energy life forms. Adler
and it's the booklets. So
as a scion of the phase flame, Duke Inferno would naturally share similar capabilities. Full-on phase shifting may be a bit too ambitious for him, but teleportation, that's likely more his speed. That is the truth of the spontaneous human combustion. The researchers didn't disappear. They were moved. We don't know where the victims went, but Duke Inferno's plan is now clear, and the sudden and consecutive disappearances provided the best environment for chaos to fester. Once the seed of unrest has sprouted, he will then send out an announcement for an imminent attack. It will push the crisis from the dark into the light,
but if they're
catalyzing it into new growth and bloom.
But if they're teleporting them away to incite chaos, they didn't kill them, did they?
Look at those researchers who disappeared. What would happen if someone realized their similarities? I need say no more.
It was all a premeditated trap to stir up chaos on the space station.
We're running out of time.
Are we sure they're still alive, though? Rushnote uploaded the document, missing research profile. What on earth is this? The missing researchers are all opinion leaders on the... They just want us to destroy ourselves. They staged the whole missing thing to get rid of dissenters. That's such a brilliant plot. Justice may come late, but it will be served. The magic must step down. If that's really the case, doesn't it mean that this group chat is in grave danger?
This...
No, it isn't enough.
Indeed. It needs one more spark.
What do you mean?
If you limit your involvement to this, there's still room for excuses. If it were me, I wouldn't give you the chance.
Could it be?
You're the next target.
What is it?
Jesus, that happened so fast.
Stay calm. Asta was merely teleported. Her life was not in danger.
But it's the Annihilation gang, though. How can you be sure?
Based on first-hand experience, I have ascertained that Ifrit's flame is simply a splinter of the primordial phase flame, lacking any phase shiftability logic. Asta is still within the confines of the space station.
A splinter, you say? The arrogance of the gifted is charming in its own way.
He's right here.
Try then if you must.
It seems that Duke Inferno didn't deign to personally grace the space station. He merely cast infernal fire into our midst to wreak havoc among the researchers. When the fire fizzles out, his malevolent plans will vanish without a trace.
I will head to Herta's office and activate the folded space in the curio storage room. With some changes to its parameters, I can use it to block the fire's teleportation routes and seal it inside the station. Mr. Ratio, please go with Miss Trailblazer and contain the fire.
Alright, roger that. Oh shit. We can already use him.
The infernal fire is also a form of energy life form. The imaging device will pick up its trace. Follow it.
Well, that's good. I get an idea of how he feels.
The way is awash with flames. It must have just teleported. Be careful. Get ready to dash into the fire.
Touch the firewall.
See? It's still in the space station. Like Screwllum said, it cannot escape from here.
But that's the thing I made.
Do you know what...
Touch.
The fire is dying. This place is strange.
So they all just have the same voice.
It's still resisting. The fold in the space has shifted. I can deduce its escape route with a mere glance.
Oh boy, okay. You know, you have your fun. Bye-bye. I have bigger fish to fry. Alright, let's see how you play it. Really just smacks him with his book.
Existence is unity.
40%.
There's always a weakness.
Right, he also specializes in like follow-up attacks too. Did I hear a school bell? Boom.
0 points.
Yeah, that's a school bell. Okay.
Why? This has nothing to do with you.
The flame is getting weaker. Duke Inferno can't maintain it anymore.
Oh, there it is. Wait.
Seems like this chase is about to end. For the theater of the mediocre.
I really like his statue.
It's over.
Ignorant fools blindly chasing the firelight, not knowing that the blessings of destruction already lie at their feet.
Is he gonna teleport all those enemies here?
No wonder that even the descent of the Savior's Legion was unable to cleanse this place. I will acknowledge my brashness for now, but next time, expect no intermediaries. I will come to personally offer you the demise of your sins with infernal fire.
A small fragment of consciousness in there is gone. Duke Inferno has discarded this fire.
And he's gonna TP a bunch of enemies over.
No. Hold on.
He's given us a present. Yeah. Oh. Yep. Oh. He TP'd all of them there.
The banal theatrics of stalling. Let's not.
Don't get complacent.
Shall we?
Eternal sleep is nothing.
And return! SAS Perkibi.
What did he say? Alright, let's see this. Let's see him give them the L.
Knowledge is the measure of all things. It reveals truth and falsehood.
Oh, it's anyone's attack.
Answer me. 0 points. Test. Fail.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Oh, that's good though. I thought killing the said person will like cancel out, you know, the follow-up attack, but no, it goes on to just the one adjacent to it.
What is it with knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood?
Dang.
Also, this is the extent of miscreants materializing from the Inferno. Seems like Dr. Primitive wasn't wrong.
Eternal sleep.
The dead return!
Let's break their weakness.
To guard and defend. Crush them.
Test.
Oh.
The fire is weakening. It's preparing to flee. You, keep your eye out for Lady Asta's whereabouts.
Merciful Medicus.
0 points. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
There we go. There's Asta. What about everyone else?
Good work. You did very well.
Thank you. How's Asta?
Rest assured, Asta only had a fright. She is recovering in the clinic. While you were chasing the enemy, the security department also found the missing researchers.
Oh, okay.
Affirmation. They are all safe and sound.
Good, good. How did you find them?
It was all thanks to Adler. They fell into a spatial curio and could not leave until the Department of Ecology's most knowledgeable curio expert solved it from within.
Thank God they only teleported them instead of
Many of them were shaken by their experience when Arlen found them, but they are otherwise fine. This business is over. and I believe the space station will be able to deal with any internal aftershocks.
Why do I feel like I didn't do much?
In Herta's stead, I thank you for your efforts, madam. But there is one mystery that remains unsolved. And that is something I must deal with myself.
Have you heard? Leader researcher Asta was attacked too. That Duke Inferno. Devious. Conniving. Psyops on the masses have always been the most terrifying kind of attack. Indeed, it seems that the Annihilation gang isn't just about mindless violence, as the rumors suggest. If the lead researcher wasn't rescued at the end, we'd all be in deep, deep trouble. Not necessarily, maybe. She's the one who orchestrated it all. Masterminding this elaborate ruse by deliberately harming herself to earn some sympathy points. That line of thoughts do have some merit. Enough already, this is ridiculous. Is that really worth it? All that hassle just to palliate a few keyboard warriors? True that. Speaking of which, where's that very first rabble-rouser, Rich Know It? Oh right, he was a real righteous sounding when he invited me into this group. Let me see. Ugh, the guy left the group without making any noise. This. Screwllum's gonna catch. Oh no, it's Dr.
I've been
Ratio.
waiting.
Excuse me?
Fallout from this incident remains. Surely you have plenty of pressing matters to attend to, or is the safety of the space station beneath your concern?
Answer. That is exactly why I came. After all, the principal figure in this whole affair is right here.
You mean he released it?
When did you start to doubt me?
When one is immersed in academic research, skepticism comes far more naturally than belief.
And you figured
I've
it
had
out.
the same bad habit as you since the beginning, Mr. Ratio.
I must say, I'm quite honored, Mr. Screwllum. But do explain, why opt for silent wisdom when you already had the pieces of the puzzle?
For curiosity's sake. Affirmation. I made the same decision as you, to accompany and observe.
Oh, and when did you become convinced?
Objectively speaking, aside from some minor spiritual trauma, no researchers were hurt in this attack, which never aligned with the Annihilation gang's
Yeah,
modus
that's what I
operandi.
thought. Like Annihilation, they'd cause massacres for funsies. Them not killing any of the teleported researchers was weird.
Logic? A third party saved them.
Had I not fortuitously acquired a spark of the phase flame and intervened in Duke Inferno's teleportation, those people would already be space waste, floating past the windows here.
You are more candid than I calculated.
But still behaving within your calculations, no? One last question, Screwllum. Genius though you are, can you deduce why I did this?
I cannot be sure and can only hypothesize. Helping the weak hints at the merciful instinct of a medical doctor, but maintaining a cool, detached observation reveals the strictness of a scholar. And pulling the strings from behind the curtain is akin to laying down the gauntlet to a genius.
The ruler of planet Screwllum is indeed well versed in the human mind. It's a pity you're as much in the ivory tower as other geniuses. You still got one thing wrong.
Which is?
To stand aside and observe is the best treatment one can give. There is a disease called foolishness that is harder to cure than any ailment. The path of erudition has neither reason nor logic. While geniuses wander among the stars, the ordinary can't even trace their footsteps. Those less gifted have no choice but to walk alone, enduring a lifetime of tumbles and triumphs. But even a life marked by failure is a life worth living. It is only in moments of solitude and despair when help is absent, that fools grasp how to pick themselves up. I have a fastidious nature. I cannot stand fools, idiots, or imbeciles.
I think you've made that clear enough.
Seeing them fills me with dread. Regrettably, this space station is just like the Intelligentsia Guild, devoid of geniuses and filled with mediocrity.
You wish to uproot the researchers' blind worship of geniuses.
I am only laying out my questions. As for the answers, they'll find them themselves. Pursuit tinged with negativity is still pursuit, and it is capable of leading us to the right conclusion. For the masses of the mediocre to reach a level of awareness, this is a necessary rite of passage.
You are indeed more like a medical doctor than a scholar.
As for the spark I leave behind,
I believe Asta will deal with it properly.
It is also a lesson I left for her. With that, I take my leave. I look forward to future encounters with such brilliant minds. Let's hope they're as memorable as those we had today.
Also,
a farce full of trivial concerns.
But
ultimately, they're just mediocre minds.
Well, he used it to teleport. Huh. He used it to shift. He just had to cue his theme one last time before he went. Wow. Him too. Divine Verso, Mundane Redco. I've heard about what you did. Nice work. How's Asta doing? She's got back to work. I mean her safety. What's there to worry about when I'm around? That's exactly why I'm worried. True. It's a shame that we haven't found the phase flame yet. Forget it. No, it's... I think of it as Ranmei owing me a favor. It's worth a lot more. That's it then. I'm also thankful for Doctor ratio. Who's that? Eh? No one knew he was here. I definitely feel like this isn't the last we'll see of Dr. Ratio. I didn't think Duke Inferno would play into the story this early. The patch before he's set to appear in person at the Penacony festival. Again, I would say it's a bad idea to invite someone that's as loony as him, but Sunday, being the villain material he is, probably has a way of keeping him in check. He has some way to hold stuff against him, to stop him from actually killing everyone there. Them teasing him so early, I feel like the Annihilation gang would play a bigger part in the story down the line. And that's just my thought though. Also, not just Dr. Ratio, but Ranmei. That was our 2 acts of 1.6, which I didn't expect it to be 2 separate acts, but it was. First one being focused on Ranmei's her personality, just obsessed with creating an Emanator. Ultimately, we know she's pursuing after like an artificially created Aeon, and like creating an Emanator is along the road of accomplishing an artificial Aeon. All of these characters are just so mysterious. There's not much I can deduce from it until we learn more about everyone in 2.0, which is next patch. You know what I'm also really excited for? This is our first like expansion size patch. You know, something like what Inazuma was, what Sumeru was, what Fontaine was. Hope everyone's excited for Penacony. Thanks for watching the YouTube video if you're viewing on YouTube. Hope everyone get their Ranmeis too. Okay, that's important. Thanks everyone, and bye-bye.